I grew up very humbly on the platteland of South Africa, a small town called Orkney. We grew up as a close-knit family. My mother was always painting. So many times if we walked back from school to home, my brother and I would walk together back home after school. And so many times we would actually just walk past our house, not even recognizing our own house. Because my mom would get hold of a tin of paint, and if it was green, everything was painted green. And so many times I said to my brother, Tinus, you know what? There's one thing that I will never do, and that is painting. And one day I sat on a plane on my way somewhere for work, and I actually reflected on my life and my life's journey. And only then, after being married for so many years, I realized I married a guy whose family was in the painting business. And only then did I realize that I ended up writing a book about paint colors, being in a business where we empower people. And I realized we should actually never say never. My brother, who heard those words, I will never paint, is today part of our paint family business. So never say never. I just believe everything that we do, we should take responsibility and be the best version possible of ourselves, and just do everything with the most energy that you have available within your own body. One of the greatest, best topics, I think, is dreams. To have a dream and to dream big. If your dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. And then to not sleep on your dreams, but to work for them. So I'm going to share a dream with you that I had in my last year of school, in my matric year. And I actually discovered it quite recently. My mother sent me a newspaper where they used my words. So when I was in matric, I had an interview for one newspaper. I can't even remember which one it was. And they asked, what is my dream? Because I was now entering adulthood. And I said, I want to be the businesswoman of the 21st century. And that still is a dream. And I realized, if I now think of that, it's huge. But this is my message to you. Have a dream. That's the first place where you need to start. You can't go through life without a dream. And then to dream so big that it's actually frightening. And then you know that this is the dream that you should follow. So I actually studied psychology, and I always say I did it to understand my husband. And if I can save you the trouble, it didn't work, so you don't need to follow that route. I've always had this inner yearning to bring forth change. I believed from a young age that I had a purpose, but I didn't know what it was. So first of all, I realized that my purpose was to bring up my children. For many years, that was my sole purpose. I made sure that all the effort and energy went into them as they grew up. And then at a certain stage where those foundation years were over, and I realized, okay, now I'm also a person. I also need something that drives me. Tjhoko and his parents were in the paint business, paint contractors. We have Paintmaster, our parent company, where we manufacture household paints, etc. And one day Tjhoko said, you're working so hard. Why don't you come and help me in the business and just do a half day marketing something for us? And I thought, that sounds amazing, half day, fantastic. Nothing ended up as being half day. I don't think I've worked this hard ever before, and never have I enjoyed something so much. But then I actually realized, okay, at that stage, chalk paints became very popular. So in my previous life, I studied interior design, and I realized that there's a gap in the market. I said to Tjhoko one day, can't we manufacture a chalk-based paint that grips to any surface, that doesn't have a chalky residue, that has a built-in primer, built-in sealer, have the ability to paint onto any surface with it, whether it's fabric, it should also be a chalkboard surface. You should paint onto glass, a varnish surface, metal. Tjhoko said to me, wait, rather go back to your teaching story. I think the business is fine. And I just said, Tjhoko, here's a gap. If we can manufacture something so unique that allows any person the ability to beautify their space, especially me as a woman, that I don't need to wait for you to do things for me, it would be fantastic. At that stage, we started with a concept, and we actually had 196 dispatches before we thought, okay, Tjhoko, this is you. So Tjhoko, the name, I grew up with a Sotho woman, Miriam. So when I had to select a name for a chalk-based paint, I researched what is the Sotho for chalk, and Tjhoko appeared, and I thought, this is a sign. And the one day I walked in a retail store, I walked past some console bottles, and I held up a 250ml jar, and I just looked at it, and I said out loud, you are so beautiful. I just want to do something with you. Tjhoko is a journey of thoughts, creative ideas. But not only was the idea to manufacture a paint with abilities beyond anything available on the market. The idea was also to empower, to create job opportunity. Imagine a country like South Africa, filled with people, all colors, rainbow nation, and we having a paint business where we have the ability to mix any color, where we can actually just join people and color and a success story together and make South Africa a success story. So this is my life's mission. So when I wake up every morning, and this is honestly something that I try to do, I try to think of the positive, okay? To say thank you. Thank you for my family. Thank you for the business. Thank you for the people around me. So I try to start by just saying thank you and just to be thankful. And so many times we are all human, so don't think I'm perfect. I'm not. If the negativity wants to just get a foot in the door, I just take a step back to start by saying thank you, and then it's chaos. The ideal day in my life would be where I would just be painting and be creative, and business partners, please hear this section. I just want to be creative. I don't want to do anything else, but life is never that easy. So first of all, a day in my life is filled with chaos. It's busy, it's never the same, but it's still fantastic because I have an amazing team behind me, and to them I will be forever grateful. So it's an amazing product. I believe in the brand like you would not know how much, purely because I have used it so much. We don't only manufacture Tjhoko, we are also paint contractors. So on a daily basis, we use our products to beautify spaces for clients. So we need to make sure that our paint is good quality. Because at the end of the day, we also use our paint, which is a reflection of our craftsmanship within other spaces. So first of all, quality needs to be top-notch to make sure we have happy clients. So one thing that I can guarantee you is that Tjhoko is a great quality paint that allows you the opportunity to, whether you want to paint a wall, apply paint technique, paint or beautify a natural woven fabric item, a varnish surface, glass, metal, without having to prime or to seal, you can do it. We do it every day. But we also want to diversify our business by saying you don't need to pay for our service to get an elegant space or a styleful space. We have great products, we have a story, and then we have passion. We love what we're doing. It's not only the great product, the great story, the passion, but it is to give inspiration. So what makes Tjhoko unique? I think first of all, it's the packaging. So if you look at the jar, you can just see it's something different. It is eco-friendly, non-toxic, water-based, good for the environment, pet-friendly. It ticks all the boxes. The color range is something unique. So we do the research for you. We follow the trends. We make sure as the trends change that those colors are available within the Tjhoko range. With more than 70 colors and still growing, we make sure that we have something available for you that you will love. And if there's something lacking, we can also custom mix. So you can just shout and say, listen, I need this bespoke color, and we'll do it for you. And I think that's also something that makes us unique. We always try to assist our clients. We are focused on client service and to make sure that we have happy clients, because at the end of the day, you are the ones that supports us, and we need to make sure that you are happy and that you enjoy the Tjhoko journey with us. Then the coverage is great, the quality is great. We try to give inspiration. We have a unique add-on range, the stencils, the transfers, the decoupage range, the embellishments, and there are still exciting things on its way. Tjhoko is about community, making a change, have a great product, unique, but also the support to know that you have someone behind you that will ensure when you use Tjhoko that you will have success in your journey being a creative or a novice. So the first book is actually to share the story of people and the impact that people can have in one's life. And the story of Tjhoko and the ability and also the privilege to be in a position to create job opportunities. To create has such a valuable impact in one's life. I think once you start, you will only realize how powerful that is, because it means it heals. It creates a sense of self-worth and self-appreciation. And the book itself actually allowed me to be even more part of that creation process, but also to voice my journey and the ability to work with people, the connection, the relationships that were formed and are still forming. And it's not my story, I mean, it's everybody's story that's part of this Tjhoko journey that's in that book. And part of that print, it's tangible, people can feel it, they can see it. And my dream is to write my second book, and the second book will be about people beyond only the business of Tjhoko that's part of this journey. I just want to gather all those stories and to put them in a book so that that's part of the next journey of Tjhoko. Not only a journey within our own business, but this is now a snowball effect, and it's reaching someone else, and it's making a difference in someone else's life. And that's the story that I want to tell. So don't just paint it, Tjhoko it.